No, I didn't pee my pants. Well, it was just... Well... What? That's none of your business if I pee. Okay, I gotta go now. Bye-bye. Oh, hey there, broskies. That was just a prank call. How are you doing? Today I'm going to show you how to play 5 different easy indie guitar songs. I'm really looking forward to this video. I tried to pick a variety of artists, so I'm very sure one of your favorite artists is in there. We'll do a Make DeMarco song, a Claro song, Gus Dapperton, etc. You will see in a few minutes or in a few seconds. Yeah, the song starts off really easy and they will slowly, gradually be a bit more difficult but still relatively easy. So I think these 5 songs are also a great way to learn some new techniques and to sort of slowly level up your guitar playing, if that makes sense. Yes. I want to give a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So Skillshare is this wonderful online learning community where you can take like thousands of different classes on a huge variety of topics. They have classes on productivity, on finance, on music and music production, which I think you might be very much interested in. I myself took a class as well in film and video. There's this one class by Ryan Booth, who is this expert filmmaker who teaches you all about getting the best light when creating a video. You can also use that information for taking pictures. I really use that class to sort of set up my own videos like I'm doing now. As well as all those other classes that they have on film and video can be very useful to you, I think, since even when you want to take a picture for Instagram or when you want to shoot a music video, some knowledge on how to get the best lighting or how to set up your camera in the best way can be really useful and can really make a world of difference. So it will mean a lot to me if you could check it out. It's only less than $10 a month. Again, a huge thank you to Skillshare. It really helps me out. And it will mean a lot to me if you could check out the link in the description. And yeah, let's get into the video now. So the first song is a very nice tune, one of my favorite songs. It's Let My Baby Stay by Make DeMarco. We will play the exact same chords, only a slightly different finger positioning, but there's nothing to worry about. Make DeMarco uses a capo. We won't do that since you might not have one, so let's get into it. So I'll play it for you now. And that's it. It's only those 3 chords. There's only downstrokes, so you only go down. And the reason why it's relatively easy is that you don't have to move your fingers that much. Because, for example, when you go from this A chord, this A minor 7 chord, with your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string and your index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, starting from the A string. When you go from this A minor 7 to the D9, I think, you only have to move your middle finger down one string. So you go, if you see my middle finger, you see you only have to move that one. So that's a very quick switch, so to say, between the chords. Very nice switch, just like that. And when you play this D9, you start from the D string and then for the G chord you might already be familiar with. Or you can also play a G6, so you don't even have to place your pinky there. You can just do with your ring finger at the 3rd fret of the E string and your middle finger at the 2nd fret of the A string. So that's it. Only those 3 chords. Once you get them down, try to switch them. As well as when you're going from this D9 to the G chord, you don't have to move your middle finger that much. You only have to move it to the 2nd fret of the A string, and then your ring finger you place on the 3rd fret of the E string. So it's all about, songs can be a lot easier when you figure out a way in which you don't have to move your fingers that much, which is the case in this song. Make DeMarco plays the exact same chords, only a different finger positioning. He plays the D9 over here and the G over here. Those are a lot more tricky chords. If you want to learn how to do that, I also have a video on that, on how to do it exactly like him, but the way we're doing it right now is also exactly like him, only at a different finger positioning. Okay, so then the next song is a song by Claro. It's Sofia. A nice song, also only downstrokes. I'll show you how it goes. just like that. That's the entire song. Simple as well, a nice song, a really nice song. It's only power chords, so once you have this finger pitching down, middle finger on the second fret of the E string, ring finger 4th fret of the A string, pinky on the 4th fret of the D string. Once you got that down, you can play all the chords, because she's simply moving those fingers to a different spot. You see the fingers stay in the exact same position, only at a different fret. It's also only downstrokes, only playing the bottom, these 3 strings, and just downstrokes like that. And then you go to the 6th fret. Now switching between these chords, just do it slowly first. It doesn't matter that much if you hear the slide, that's totally fine. And I think you will get the hang of that. Now, if you want to spice it up a bit, if you're feeling confident, you can do this at the end of the riff. So I'll play the riff again and then check out the end, which is a bit different. You see that? So before you go back to the F sharp, you can try to play this F chord, also a power chord, before you go to this one. I have a video on this entire song as well, including the riff that's played. You can check it out as well. There we'll also go in depth in how to do this. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, another fairly easy song. Now another indie song, which is a bit more a different style of indie, you could say. It's A Different Age by Current Joys. I haven't done a lesson on them on this channel yet, but I am a huge fan of them and I really like this song. It's also really easy, so yeah, I'll play it first slowly and then I'll explain to you how to do it. It's a nice little riff, so yeah, check it out. It's a really simplistic riff. It might sound a bit empty, but that's also because I don't have a band with me. But it's a very hypnotizing, small little riff that I'm sure you'll get the hang of. The first 2 notes that you play are these. So you play the A and the D string together, only downstrokes, with your ring finger on the 5th fret of the A string and your middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string. Just like that. And then you play this note with your ring finger, 7th fret of the A string twice, and then G chords, a G power chord, also downstrokes, and then again this one, and then you go back to the beginning. It's really easy. Listen to the song, play it slowly first, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. It's a very nice, simple, melancholic, hypnotizing riff that I'm sure you will enjoy. Now the next song is also easy, of course, but a little bit less, well, it's still easy, just a tad bit more difficult. We're slowly progressing. So the next song is Show Me How by Men I Trust. I won't show you the entire song because there are multiple chord progressions, but sort of the most important riff, so to say, as well as the most important chords I will show you, which are the chords of the intro and the verses. I'll first play the chords with you, then I will explain the chords to you, and then I will show you the riff that's played, which is very nice to play as well. Okay, so first the chords. That's it, those 4 chords. So first an A minor 7, which we've seen before, then the C major 7, like this. The nice thing is that your middle finger is already at the right spots, then you place your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, then you have a C major 7, very dreamy chord. Don't play the don't play this open E. Now if you're having some trouble with not playing the E, the open E over here, you can try to mute this E string with your thumb. So having your thumb rest on this note, on the string, or by slightly having your index finger, ring finger, touch the upper E string, so that also mutes it. So the first two chords are and then I forgot, and then an F major 7, starting from this one, starting from the D string. Again, if you have trouble with not playing the E and the A string, you can use your thumb to mute those, or the top of your ring finger to mute those strings. I have a video that's called how to mute strings and chords. You can check it out as well if you're having some trouble with this. And then a D sus 2, easy chord. Now the nice thing about the song is that you have time to switch the chords, which is nice, because that gives you some time to switch the chords. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. Let me know if you would like a complete lesson of the song with all the other chords and tabs as well. So then we are already at the fifth. Oh no, now I will show you how to play the riff of this song, which is really nice. So it goes like this, the riff. And again. Really easy riff. It follows sort of the vocal melody. Yeah, so you start off with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, then open E and then a open B string. So, and then you place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So it's already close to that place. When you have your middle finger on the A string, your ring finger is already close to that note. So you can also just have them positioned like this. And then you do index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So, just like that. So, I'll do it again. And now it might sound a bit empty, but when you play along with the music video, the song, it will sound very nice. So the last song is a bit more of a tricky song compared to the other ones, but it's a very nice song to learn some new jazzy chords. And again, for this song you have a lot of time to switch the chords, and as well there's a nice little riff that's also fairly easy in this song, which I will show you as well. So let's just get into it. I'll first show you how to do it. Don't be afraid if it looks difficult, because I'll explain everything in a lot more detail. So let's do it. So, there are really two different type of chords played in this song. So once you know them both, you can play the entire song. It's this one, a major 7 chord, and a minor 7 chord. So first I start off with the major 7. You place your index finger on the 9th fret of the E string, ring finger on the 10th fret of the D string, pinky on the 10th fret of the G string, and middle finger on the 9th fret of the B string. So, it is a bit of a tricky finger positioning. I'm sure you will get the hang of it. Try it a couple of times. Try to play the chord and try to check which notes sort of sound well, which strings you're playing right. You play this chord by using your thumb on the E string, index finger on the D string, middle finger on the G string, and ring finger on the B string. Like that. And then you play those notes together. So you go down with your thumb and upwards with the other finger. So, at the same time. Now if you're having trouble with getting the chord right, if your fingers are in pain or anything like that, try to tilt your guitar a bit more upwards like this. I'm not doing that right now that much because it's easier to film myself when I'm not doing that, but that can help. Moving your guitar from this position to this position makes it easier to get the chord. As well as another good tip is to try to move your thumb in a different position. That can help getting the chord right, as well as moving your wrist in a different position can help you get the right way, sort of the easiest way for you to play the chord. But this is the chord that you want to play first. So it's a C sharp major 7. You do that twice, so. Then the other chord, the only other chord in the song, is a minor 7, which you will play like this. So index finger on this 8th fret of the E string, middle finger on the 8th fret of the D string, ring finger on the 8th fret of the G string, and pinky on the 8th fret of the B string. So, like that. So this is also quite a tricky chord, but what's important for this one is that you try to not keep your wrist like this, but more like this. Try to tilt your wrist, or your hand really. So, you're approaching the guitar from this position, like sideways almost. Like that. And that might help get it down as well. Tilt your guitar a bit more upwards and move your thumb and wrist around, but so approaching it sort of like this, sideways, can help. Also this one you play twice. Then the chord after that is a minor 7 as well, and then a major 7 again. So we'll do it slowly. So try to get these two different finger positionings down, the major 7 and minor 7, and you will get the hang of it. Now for switching these chords, keep in mind that your index finger is always staying on the E string, so. And between this one, between the C minor 7 and the A sharp minor 7, your fingers stay in the exact same spot, only at a different string. So you can also check out the entire guitar lesson I have in the song. It's a very nice tune. Take your time. Don't worry if it doesn't work immediately, and I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Now the riff of this song is a lot easier, luckily, than the chords, which I will show you how to play now. So, let's start from the beginning. First the index finger on the 11th fret of the B string, and then ring finger on the 13th fret of the B string, 11th fret of the E string, 13th fret of the E string, so. And again. And again. And then you do something else you do. So 9th fret of the B string and 11th fret of the B string. And you have to do a downstroke twice on the 9th fret of the B string and an upstroke on the 11th fret of the B string. So, and then downstroke, upstroke, downstroke on the 8th fret of the E string, 9th fret of the E string, 8th fret of the E string. I will do it slowly once more. Try to play this along with the song. There's a lot more sound to it then, but yeah, I'll do it once more. Just like that. As always, play along with the song at a lower speed and I'm very sure you will get the hang of it.